ancient Romans passed down many traditions, legal ideas, and celebrations to us today. One of their traditions was ludi. These were public games that were usually held at the same time as other religious festivals. There would be horse races and theatrical performances. Homosacer is a Roman punishment. The status of homosacer was given to those who broke oaths. Homosacer means a man who is set apart. The people who gained this title could be killed by anyone. Newborns had their own celebrations. It was called Dies Lustricus, which translates into a day of purification. Because of the lack of healthcare and technology, the babies would rarely make it past 1 week of life, so the parents waited for the 9th day to officially welcome the baby into the family. Before the final day, one of the rituals would be lying the baby on the ground and having the father lifted up to the sky. This was supposed to signify the father claiming the child as one of his own. On the last day, the child would get his or her name. The main reason why the ancient Romans had ceremonies was to make the gods and goddesses happy. If they were happy, then they would give good fortune to the people. If there were no celebrations for them, the gods and goddesses would be disinterested or hostile towards the people. The rain ceremony of the Argorium Sacra was meant to bring a heavy rain after a long drought. What they would do was take the sacred rainstone out of its place and take it to the capital. The people would give offerings to the sky god, Jupiter, in hopes of blessing them with rain. For crop or harvest ceremonies, the ancient Romans would sacrifice a dog or a pregnant cow to the gods in order to get a better crop. Some other ceremonies were the naming of a baby, marriage, and burial. All babies were given a bola, a necklace that is also a rattle. This was to ward off evil. Boys were to wear it until the age of 16, and girls wore it until their wedding day. The Romans had a ceremony called Lupercalia. It was partly a day to celebrate Venus, the goddess of love, and part celebration of Lupa, the mythical wolf who nurtured Romulus and Remus, the founders of Rome. Many celebrations were held on this day. It was similar to our Valentine's Day. Venus had a son named Cupid who would go around spreading love around to couples. It was considered lucky to get married or engaged during Lupercalia, which occurred on February 15th. Some young people would get set up with a future husband or wife on this day. Another ritual on Lupercalia was the women gathering into a crowd while barely clothed men ran around and hit them with goat hides. This guaranteed prosperity and fertility for the women. The ancient Romans have many holidays. They mostly celebrate gods and goddesses. Vestalia celebrated Vesta, the goddess of the hearth, home, and family. It was held on June 9th. The married women of Rome took gifts to Vesta's temple. It was also a holiday for bakers because the Vestal virgins made special loaves of bread from salted flour. Portinalia was a day to celebrate Portinus, the god of keys, doors, and livestock. It was held on August 17th. The Romans would throw keys into a fire for good luck. There were most likely sacrifices at his temple also.